We're here to celebrate a 90-foot win for the kids of Backman Elementary and the families of this Fair Park and even the Rose Park community that may be coming here for school. We're here to celebrate the opening of a bridge that is so beautiful that it feels like it's been there all along. And that's what the best public projects look and feel like. Like you can't imagine life without them. But kids here and families that have gone here and are going here still remember what life was like without this bridge. When kids and families had to walk a half a mile on a busy road to and from school, in traffic, along the side of a busy road to get to Backman Elementary. It wasn't safe enough and it wasn't good enough. And a river divided the school from the neighborhoods who needed to get here. The former principal who is with us today, who is incredible, Heather Newell, brought this great idea that came from the school community, the parents, the teachers, the faculty here, and came to the city and said, how can we do this? How can we make a bridge possible? And I was on the city council at the time, and we were so excited to fund this project. But it takes a long time sometimes. It's been too long, and we're so thrilled that finally today we get to celebrate the opening of the Backman Elementary Bridge. Thank you, community, for knowing what you need and then telling us about it and letting your vision guide what happens in the community. There are other bridges, literal and figurative, that the community needs. And we need you to help us know what those needs are and then to help us make them happen. Let us build more bridges together, and we're so pleased to be a part of this permanent infrastructure that will connect families and communities to education and the broader community. Next, you're going to hear from Bryce Williams, who's a Salt Lake City School District Board member for the area. Then you'll hear from a Backman Elementary School employee and one of the leaders of this idea, Karina Lugo Villalba. And then you will hear from council member for this district, Victoria Petro Eschler.
Thank you, Mayor, for those remarks. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. Before I get started, I wanted to thank School Board President Melissa Ford for also joining me this morning. My name is Bryce Williams, and I'm a member of the Salt Lake City Board of Education representing Rose Park and Fair Park neighborhoods. I'm also a lifelong Rose Park resident and a proud alumnus of Backman Elementary. The community here matters to me because this is my community. I'm honored to be able to address you today as we celebrate the bridge to Backman. I'm going to start by telling you a little bit of a story of the genesis of this project, and I'll start by telling you about two school leaders who helped bring this to fruition. Heather Newell, who was principal of Backman from 2014 until spring of 2022, and Karina Lugo Villalba, who has been at Backman for 8 years and is currently the Family School Collaboration Specialist for the school. You're going to hear from Karina a little bit later on, but I'm hoping to set the stage by sharing a little bit about the incredible 8-year quest these two leaders embarked on in 2014. When Heather began as principal in 2014, she noticed that a lot of Backman students were chronically absent. Heather worked with Karina, and Karina, as the attendance specialist, dug deeper to figure out why. They learned that most of the kids with consistent absences lived in two specific areas. If you were to look at a map, you'd see that one area is about 1.8 miles away, and students had to walk over a mile along Redwood Road, just under 0.2 miles shy of the 2-mile threshold required for students to qualify for a school bus to take them to and from school. Karina and Heather knew there had to be a solution. Principal Newell was able to lobby the school district to request a bus that would help these students get to school, even though they didn't technically meet the requirements for busing. The other area was located really close to the school, but if you looked a little closer, you'd see that the Jordan River separated from the area and from the school. And that's where the idea for the bridge to Backman was born. Karina is a longtime member of the Rose Park community. She understands the needs and nuances of our community because she is one of us. And she knew that the bridge, a safe way for students to get to school on their own, was just what we needed. She and Heather got to work, and work they did. After 3 years of meetings, conversations, advocacy, and relationship building, they secured a $408,000 grant from Salt Lake City's 2017-2018 Capital Improvement Program. Additional funding came from fellow Backman alum Tony Finau and others. And a fun fact is if the bridge to Backman were here back when we were going to school, Mr. Finau would have taken that bridge to school. Getting the bridge here today has been the culmination of a monumental effort by many people and led by Heather and Karina, and there's more to come. The bridge is just phase one, and up next is the work of building an outdoor classroom and turning this beautiful area into a place where our children can have walkable access to beauties of nature and open space in their city. I personally want to thank Karina and Heather for their leadership, their vision, and for their tireless advocacy for our Backman students. And I want to thank our city leaders, Salt Lake City School District staff, the Salt Lake Education Foundation, the Backman community, countless parents and partners, and every other single person who played a role in getting us here today. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Backman Lions! This is for you! Cheer for you! Yay! Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here today. I am Karina, and this is...
I'm Heather Newell.
We are partners in this bridge project. We're so excited to have all of you here. We are celebrating our children. We're celebrating our Rose Park community. We wanted to show that together, absolutely anything, everything is possible. Thank you so much for being here today. Again, we are celebrating our children. We're celebrating those children that have grown up in this neighborhood. And this beautiful 36,000 pound bridge that allows children to come across the school and go home safely every single day. We thank you so much for being here. This is my sister Heather. We could not have done it without each other. We thank all of you for being here. Thank you so much. Please.
Hello, I'm Victoria Petro Eschler. I live in this area and I represent this area on the City Council. The reason this bridge looks like it's always been here is because it does what we do on the west side. It takes obstacles, it finds solutions, and it keeps relentlessly asking people who can make those solutions possible until it happens. This bridge is truly the embodiment of all things west side. To my neighbors and friends and to the young people here today, this is an example of why we show up and we keep showing up. It took a really long time. So the people you voted for to be on City Council are now sitting in the mayor's office. That's how long it took for this to happen. But that's why you show up every time. You have an election coming up right now, you vote, you return your ballots, you let your voice be heard. We have things we need and we have people who are willing to help us. Come on, Westside, show up and use this bridge to show everyone the power that is us. Thank you.
1, 2, 3.